I want to start out by asking you, Dr. Chen, where did the 30-hour number come from?
Congressman, I believe there are different explanations. Some are that it was a product of legislative compromise. Some might say it was pulled out of a hat, but it certainly doesn't seem to make much sense to me from where I sit, sir.
Yeah. Well, in Arkansas, we try to apply a little common sense, and I don't know anywhere where 30 hours is full-time. If you just want to have some kind of requirement, that's one thing, but to call 30 hours full-time, I mean, France, it's not even full-time. In France, it's 35 hours, and it's moving toward a 40. So that's, on its face, laughable. When I look at the folks who have been impacted, let me tell you the sad part, and this often happens here. Good intentions by people on both sides of the aisle make their way into legislation which fails. Let me give you an example. So in Arkansas State University, the alma mater of our Democrat governor, they had to cut folks back to a maximum of 28 hours per week. Now, I assume that those are people that the law, or people that wrote this law, wanted to make sure had insurance. So we want to give them insurance. That's the goal. What did they get? No insurance and less pay. Genius. That's a genius federal program right there. Now let me read you another one. Area Agency on Aging of Western Arkansas. They did the same thing, went down to 28 hours per week. These people already had insurance because prior to the passage of Obamacare, they had been taking part in a program offered with the state of Arkansas called Arkansas Health Networks. So these people now lose their health insurance and get paid less. Just a great deal for them, right? Asian American hotel owners and operators have complained to me about this. Numerous stories from back home. Pulaski Technical College, and the list goes on and on and on. I don't doubt the intention, the well-intentioned actions of a lot of people, but Washington often gets it wrong. I heard a lot about Hawaii. I haven't been to Hawaii, but I've seen pictures. I don't think Hawaii's economy looks anything like Arkansas. I'd probably dig a little deeper on that. You know, when I look at who this hurts, they're the people that folks up here in Washington talk about wanting to help. The vulnerable. I made a list of the people that you talked about, and you're a sharp guy, Stanford and all that. And I look at all these stats here, numbers. I believe what you're telling me. You talked about lower income folks, vulnerable folks, seniors, jobs, generally, hurts jobs. You talked about school districts, talked about colleges, small businesses. If I was to adopt the Democrat language, I would probably say that the 30-hour rule is a weapon in the war on women, the war on lower income folks, the war on the vulnerable, the war on seniors, the war on job creation, the war on school districts, the war on colleges and small businesses. Sounds ludicrous, doesn't it? Well, that's the type of language that's used here. And let me tell you, the people that say they want to help those folks, they're hurting them. I have pages and pages and pages of letters, people talking about the impact of this. I don't buy your numbers, Dr. Levy. I'd like to take a closer look. Maybe we can sit down. But I hear so many voices from back home, and it's no consolation to them that the jobs that they're losing in the private sector are being replaced by the county whatever expanding government jobs, which aren't sustainable or with borrowed money anyway. I mean, this is ridiculous. That's why I'm proud to support my colleague here, his bill. And I think ultimately we'll get there. I mean, the president's basically recognized a lot of these problems. The number one person in terms of repealing Obamacare has been President Obama. He does it unilaterally all the time. He doesn't like it when we do it. Maybe we can convince him to take a look at this. Thank y'all.